Hey guys, it's Cameron here, and for today's video I'm going to be doing something that was highly suggested by you guys, and personally I think it's a great idea. And this video is my tips on how to get over mental blocks because they suck. So let's go. Okay, so for all of these things I wrote them down in the notes on my phone just that way I could make sure that I touched all the things that I thought were necessary and very important. So just saying that before I get started. So the first thing that I suggest doing is realizing what you're scared of when going through this skill. Like, are you scared of just completely missing your hands if it's a back handspring, or like your arms collapsing, or if it's a back tuck landing on your stomach, or if it's even like a round off? Are you scared of like your knees buckling and you just falling? Usually it's just the fear of falling and getting hurt from falling. So you just need to like analyze what exactly your fear is and just like think about it, I guess. I don't know, it sounds stupid, but it works. The second thing that I suggest doing is if you have a coach, like if you're one of those people who gets to go to gymnastics classes, I suggest telling your coach like, hey, I have a mental block, I'm really scared to do insert skill here and I need your help to get over that fear, because coaches will understand that they were all gymnasts before, but you know, they'll help you towards it. And if you don't have a coach, then this next one is for you. Ask a parent to spot, or if they're not comfortable spotting you, just sitting there watching. That happens to me a lot. Neither of my parents are comfortable spotting me on skills, so what I did when I was like first doing my back handspring was I had my mom come in and sit in the room with me while I did the skill, because it makes you feel better about it, because if you get hurt, then your parents are like immediately there to like comfort you or call an ambulance or whatever. So just like having the support there, it just kind of helps. If you again go to an actual gym, get a spot. If your parents are comfortable with spotting you by just putting an arm out, have them spot you. The next thing is just if you're trained enough for the skill, like your coaches say that you can do it, if like everyone else is saying you can do it, go ahead and throw it. Just make sure you have like the right equipment needed for it. Obviously you don't want to throw a back handspring for the first time on solid ground. You want like a mat or something. Same with really any skill. You don't want to do it on solid ground, and just see how it goes. But if you are not trained enough, go through the motions of the skill, because that's definitely going to help with mental blocks. Something that I did for my back handspring was I put down a whole bunch of pillows, or I did this onto my bed even, and you just stand up on the edge of your bed, or like for the pillows, and just stand there, swing your arms down, sit in a chair, go back up, jump up, but don't go back, just fall back onto the pillows. And that helps so much with like getting over the fear of going backwards, especially for your first back handspring or even back walkovers or anything like that, because just having like the padded area there, it helps a lot with getting over the fear of doing it, because I mean, it gets you used to going backwards, but knowing that nothing bad is gonna happen. Another thing that really helps with me is like telling myself that I can do a skill, because I have trained everything that I know on floor. And gymnastics is kind of just about taking risks and just throwing skills. I mean, you can only train to an extent, right? So at one point or another, you're going to have to throw the skill. And being one of those like mental people and saying things like, I can do it, I'm trained enough, I'm going to be fine if I throw this, is like the kind of thought that you need, I guess, to do gymnastics. Gymnastics takes a lot of bravery, and if you're not brave, then you're not cut out for the sport, just saying. But just, again, telling yourself that you can do it really does help in a mental sort of way. It like, because a mental block, what it essentially is just your brain like, no, you're gonna get hurt, you're not trained enough to do this, you can't do it. And then just you, like your heart and your brain just going up against the other parts of your brain, just like, no, I can do this. It just does something and it helps. And you're obviously still gonna be scared even once you do that. You won't be scared until the second time that you try it. I know that, but you just have to do it. One of my favorite experiences, this was actually at gymnastics practice, was we were doing front handspring vaults into the pit, and we were on the rod floor, and we had a line, which was our hurdle line, and we had to do a bounder, which is a legs together the whole time front handspring, onto a cheese mat with 2 springboards stacked on top of each other. We had to do a front handspring onto that, into the pit, and it was the most terrifying thing I've ever done for gymnastics, but it's just one of those things, don't think about it while you're doing it, and just continue doing what you're doing. Don't stop, just keep going. Don't let the fear take over your head. You just have to keep saying, I can do this as you go, I guess. Like, what I was doing is I was running towards the cheese mat, and I was just, I can do this, I'm not gonna die, I can do this. I face planted in the pit. I ate a lot of foam that day, and I also got it in my eye. But I didn't die, I'm still here to this day, and that's gonna be the case for you. So just don't think about it really, and make sure you have the right skills, I guess, to do it. Don't throw a skill that's completely out of your range. Like, I would not be throwing double backs right now. Like, I can barely even do a layout on the ground, like solid ground. I can do it on the sprinkler, but So that's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below and the little bell next to it so you can be notified whenever I upload a video. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I love my sound effects. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!